Welcome back, everybody. Got another Starcraft 2 match for you today here on SK Gaming. My name is Anaris. Today we're here watching the fourth game in the best of 5 match series in the Grand Finals Champions Trophy Tournament in the May. Wow, what a mouthful today, folks. Well, I'll tell you, definitely worth checking these games out. If you haven't already watched them, make sure you watch the previous 3 games before you're here. Right now, Stephano is actually up 2-1 against DIMAGA. Now we're going to be watching DIMAGA down here in the 6 o'clock position, Stephano up in the 2. So we're going to have what could be either a very brief or a very long game here today on Metalopolis, which you could see pretty much we can expect a lot of the fighting to go back and forth right here. Now so far we haven't seen a game where it's been too much in the way of bling play. Well, it has been, but it hasn't been drawn out. So every game has been actually very exciting so far. So I would expect to see a lot of back and forth runs through here with blings, and of course Stephano pulling out those roaches last game. Very, very smart play indeed. Looking forward to a great matchup here. Now I want to give you guys just a little bit of heads up about the North American tournament that we have games also to cast for. Of course, I'm going to be casting some of the round of 16, round of 8 games on my YouTube channel at www.youtube.com, blah, 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 Anaris Starcraft. You could check those out if you want to watch the early matches, but the grand finals and possibly the semifinals are going to be here on SK Gaming, most important place to be. So, just a preview of the players that we have on that tournament series. Select Spanishiwa. He is currently a big-time fan favorite. LZ Gamer, another great player. Optic Zero, Strife, Stalife, QXC. So very, very nice selection, nice lineup of North American players that are going to be coming at you in this tournament. And yeah, it's definitely something you're going to want to tune in for and watch. Now let's look at the players here. We can see Stephano going ahead with that early spawning pool. He's got the gas here as well. No expansion though. Spot that right now. You see no expansion. He does have 100 gas as my camera goes flipping up way above Stephano's base there. And now there's the metabolic boost, and he's going to continue to mine that gas. So maybe he is going to have another roach play like we saw earlier. I don't know. Could be going for banelings as well. That'll be something to keep an eye on here. DIMAGA, spawning pool, just now finishing up in a moment or two. Now, this type of play here for DIMAGA, I'm going to say it's going to be very risky taking this early expansion. It's an extremely wide open area. And you see that his Zergling speed is again behind his opponent, Stephano. But Stephano does have a couple Zerglings down here. The run distance, like I've said many times, is going to be super short. So I'm really not surprised that we're seeing Stephano come down here and try with this early aggression. One thing I think that DIMAGA is doing that's very smart is putting the spine crawler up here at the top of the ramp. Now he will be able to actually move that down to here, which you can see I think he's actually getting ready to place another one right here. Now what he can do is place like an evolution chamber or a roach warren, or in this case a spine crawler right there, and force the player to run around it and allow him to wall it off a little bit easier. But Stephano is looking to continue with this pressure. The baneling nest is complete. You can see he does have a number of banelings on the way, and that link speed upgrade is going to be finished right about the time that he is going to be attacking here. Sure enough, there we go. Coming in, trying to get a spine crawler kill. He does actually stop it from being built. DIMAGA cancels it at the very last second. Very, very nicely handled there on DIMAGA's part. And he realizes he's going to maybe lose that queen, so he does indeed inject there. Oh, baneling's running in here, going to try to get a kill on the Zerglings. Oh, man, 2 of them still running around. Stephano trying to escort them as he does leave the base. That Zergling speed will kick in any second now. DIMAGA trying to engage on the creep once again. Queen actually may go down as well. The important thing is he did actually get the banelings to die up here to the spine crawler. So that is going to keep a large majority of DIMAGA's forces still in the game here as the battle looks to actually push up towards Stephano's base. Now, let's look up here. He doesn't have any spine crawlers. He has a number of Zerglings. We can see plenty of those. But DIMAGA has his own Zerglings on the way. And look at that very nice micro by DIMAGA. That one Zergling had 4 or 5 of Stephano's Zerglings trailing behind it for a good 3 or 4 seconds. But, I mean, that little bit of time is all you need to turn the tide when you've got just Zerglings running around everywhere here. Now, of course, Stephano could actually lose this queen. 95 hit points. Oh, nice save there with the drones. He is making a couple banelings and a mineral line. But you see, he is in super defensive mode right now. As you see, he's even placed the structures as such that it kind of prevents DIMAGA from really running behind the mineral line here. But he really does not care at this point, as he is still continuing to engage, bringing in the reinforcements. You can see Zerglings on the way right now, as Stephano looks to be heading out with another counterattack, possibly cutting off the reinforcements and hitting the mineral line once again of DIMAGA's main or natural. We see he does have a couple of Zerglings over here. DIMAGA, nice little queen block off. This is something I really like here. The ramp is nice and small. Oh, queen running away, actually. That's not something you want to have. But you see, DIMAGA doesn't have any drones down here, so he could lose a spine crawler, could lose a queen or two, but that's going to be about it. You see that DIMAGA's also getting a roach warren now. If he's able to get some roaches up here, we see that's actually going to be able to turn the tide of the fight, I think, because, again, they're so close to one another. DIMAGA is pretty much stuck in this whole baneling Zergling thing, at least for a little while. He only has his main base, no expansion, so this additional larva here is really going to help DIMAGA out. You see, is riding his money down very low. He's even cut the gas production a little bit, just a tiny bit there, in order to get out some additional Zerglings, reinforcements, get those queens out as well. Nice transfuse, good save on that middle queen. Stephano forced to retreat, does not want to lose those two banelings. He does have to sacrifice one to get rid of those Zerglings, and now DIMAGA is back on the offensive, even with his queen just running across the map like that. We'll see if DIMAGA is actually able to pull this off. One baneling up here. Looking at the army size right now, you can see 27 to 34. Oh, wow. Look at that. So many Zerglings just went down to that one baneling of Stephano's. And now the queens are actually way off the creep right now. Not the best spot to engage in, but you see he could actually be trying to just supply block Stephano, which in this particular case, that one overlord is not going to block him off, but it'll still be pretty close. The more immediate thing that he did there was he kind of denied Stephano that vision. He said, if you really want to come down here and look at this, you're going to have to earn it, because I'm not going to let you just fly around anymore. Sure enough, Stephano, his vision is severely limited now. Look at that. Whereas DIMAGA still has a nice bit of vision here. He can spot those two key points, one at the natural and one just outside of his base. So we see Stephano is continuing with the baneling production. Again, I'm not sure how well this is going to work out. In particular, you've got all these queens running around, and the roaches. We now have 3 roaches on the field, 4 more on the way. Still no expansion from Stephano, who I'm not sure this is going to work out so well for him this time. He's got plenty of banelings, but I mean, really, what's he going to hit? He can get the structures and the roaches. Yep, sure enough, there we go. Running away, losing a couple of banelings right off the bat. And here comes DIMAGA with the counterattack. Zerglings in the main base, going to have free reign of it. Look at that queen in a good position. But really, what can Stephano do at this point? He does have a couple of Zerglings that morphed in a minute ago and are going to help mop that up. But the loss of the drones there, he did lose the queen and the drones. You see, here's his counterattack. This is hopefully going to take it out for him. But you see, all of those banelings actually took out most of the roaches. But another successful transfuse going to definitely help keep this roach army in the game. As you see, there's the GG from Stephano, allowing DIMAGA to take game number 4 in this best of 5 series. So let's go on to game number 5. See who's going to win. Not sure what map it's going to be yet. Let the players pick it. We'll find out in just a moment.